welcome on this Monday to today's live session. For anyone who's watching the replay, I go live, or anyone new here in the chat, I go live Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. Please do consider subscribing and joining us. Just bring your questions and receive one card free reading. Hey to everyone in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Some of you I can see have seen, sorry, I'm just sorting out these cards. Some of you may already have seen that I'm trialing out a new system, which is creating a list for me. So we're doing things a bit different, but please let me know what you think of it. Thank you, Janice, Anne and Janavi for following the link. And Janice says you think it's practical and fast, which is great. Janavi, thank you for your list. So guys, can you just follow if you would like a free reading, just follow the new system and the link. Let me know what you think of it. If you have any problems, obviously just give me a shout, okay? And obviously if anyone wants a more in-depth reading, then the link is still there in the pinned comment. So if you would like a 3, 5, 7 card reading and a Q jump, the link is there. So hey, anyone new yet just to be added to the list, please just follow the link in the pinned comment or in the chat. It's also there by Nightbot. So I'm just going to stick to the automated list, okay, and go from there. So Janice, you are first. If you please want to post your question. And today, for any of those interested, I'm using the holographic Rider-Waite tarot deck. This just allows anyway, I just hope this works and that'll be easier. So far it is working. Hey Peter. So Janice, Kath, whenever you're ready, let's hit it. We'll go for your first on the list. So Janice asks, what's coming for me in love? So Janice, can I just share whatever you feel comfortable with? But are you single? Are you in a situationship? I'm going to hold that because that flew out. My cards, there's strange energy. They keep getting all flipped and boxed, bringing some chaos. It's easy to use. That's great, Janice. Thank you. Single, no situation, sure. Okay, I'm going to see what this... 4 of Pentacles. So 4 of Pentacles is, in essence, it's about needing to push the boundaries a little bit in order to get what you want. 4 of Pentacles is about hard-won security, hard-won inner peace. Let me know if this resonates with how you're feeling at present, okay? Maybe past relationships have brought past relationships have brought chaos, have brought unrest, have taken away your inner peace, okay, Janice? And this is really with the 4 of Pentacles spirit coming through to ask you to take somewhat of a calculated risk. And without risk, there isn't gain. It's almost like you just shouldn't settle here. And in order to if the connection is what you want, that you're going to have to put that to an extent sort of on the line again. I'm going to ask who is coming down the line though, because I feel like it's brought through guidance, Janice, of what you need to do. So if this is in a practical sense, this can be about just putting yourself out there more. If you do online dating, social events, however much you want to go about, whatever way you want to go about it, it's about saying yes to situations and putting yourself out there more. Let me know if that resonates, if you feel like, or it could be about taking more of an emotional risk. Spirit, just tell me a little bit more about who is coming. Oh, and then we do have the Page of Swords coming through. So this Page of Swords is someone, could be an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or have that prominent in their chart. Someone potentially younger than you, or could just be young in spirit. You may know this person, or it could be someone just completely new. Let me know again if this resonates, this kind of character. It's someone who's pretty direct with their communication, with it being swords. It has a direct energy, someone who, they do actually tend to be more head over heart ruled in that way. Okay. And they really just, I'm getting this sense that they just get straight to the point. Okay, so if they have feelings for you, if they like you, they'll just make that quite clear. That's what the Page has, an energy of very much, it can tend to like rush in or move quite fast when it does happen. So Janice says you did use dating apps. I know they're kind of a nightmare in their own way, but sometimes it's a matter of if that's the sometimes, you know, you have to go on a lot of dates, say, to actually meet someone to connect with. But yes, if you do have opportunities to go out and get out there, it's about being open to it and about kind of shaking things up a little bit and taking a risk in some ways. Say, you know, going to a social event, which maybe you might naturally say, oh, I'll not bother, but actually getting out there, and also an emotional risk potentially as well. But this Page of Swords is actually the person who's coming down the line next for you, love-wise. You might be someone completely new, Janice. So they could be energetically in your field, but if those characteristics don't resonate with you, then it can take it as that it's someone new coming through. Okay, so Anne, A-double-N, because I know there's a couple of Annes in the chat. You are next. So Nettie, if you'd like to be added to the list, just refer to the pinned comment. You're welcome, Janice. I'll just read Anne's questions now. So I don't think Jedin is the right person for me. Okay, he mentioned having some health issues, and I'm sure if he shared this to keep me informed, or if it was intended to make me reconsider this proposal. I can check his intentions through the cards for sure, Anne. Spirit, please bring a message through regarding Jedin. What are Jedin's intentions? So the energy is still coming towards you from them, Anne. I don't see that this is trying to change your mind in a kind of backhanded way, I guess what it would be, wouldn't it? But the Eight of Wands, the energy, as we can see, is the opposite of reconsidering. It's actually rushing towards you, coming towards you. So I would interpret this as then, therefore, in their actions, that they've shared this information with you, that maybe they have just, in a way, maybe, does it feel too soon that they've shared this with you? I don't know if it's that they maybe have worry or fear that you might not want to pursue this connection with them because of this. Which may be true. So I see it's more like they want to get out ahead of it before this. He mentioned that his right eye has a vision problem, which he said is hereditary. He's worried that it could affect his future children. So to me, like I said, this feels from this card and from this energy, this is genuine, and it's like he wants to get out ahead of this situation, be clear with you. He's almost rushing in as well, like this maybe preys on his mind and is a genuine concern, and maybe doesn't want to get in deeper and let things develop, and then this come out, and obviously you have concerns. So it feels, I would say it just feels considerate, and that he would just want to put it all out there for you, and then for you to make a decision, like I say, before this gets too deep, before this connection goes any further. He wants to be clear with you. So he's kind of rushing in, and maybe not even, I mean, this is he's just coming forward with this information, getting it out all on the table, and then just kind of like there, and then you can, it's over to you. So this doesn't, from the cards and this, it doesn't feel underhand. Okay. I'm just think I might switch, when I switch up these cards, I just feel like the reflection is slightly, I forget that it doesn't really work on here. I'm going to go to my trusty Muse Tarot deck. If anyone does want the Rider-Waite, do let me know. I'm just a bit scared of this reflection. You're welcome, Anne. I would take comfort from that message personally and see it as a genuine, and then it puts you in, I suppose, a tricky situation as well with that information, isn't it? About how to move forward with that. So guys, anyone just entering the chat, there's a new system. If you would like a free reading, just check out the pinned comment and follow the link. Let me know, guys, what you think of it, if it's working for you. Wait for your name to be called. Wait for your name to be called, and then I will and then post your question. So Elpedia, is it? Also it's Anne93, thank you. So you're after Danny, so we've got, just so everyone knows where we're at, we've got Janavi next, then we've got Danny, and then we've got Elpedia, and then we have sure thing, Elpedia. So Divyansha, just check out the pinned comment if you want a free reading. We've got a new system. So Janavi asks, regarding Ashkay, I might just text him saying hi and nothing more, not expecting that he would open up. Speak truth now. Looks like he still needs to grow. So shall we look, Janavi, at how that would be received? So wondering if he's hoping for a contact from me. Okay. What is his mindset regarding restoring conversation? So guys, just check out the pinned comment if you want a free reading. I think there's a new system for anyone that missed it. Okay, I'm just going to send my energy. Let's see. What is Ashgay hoping for? Or what's his mindset regarding reconnecting? So 6 of materials, wanting to reconnect, wanting to restore balance. This, remembering the 6 of materials, is a card about reciprocity, about giving and receiving. Hasn't indicated anything about who should reach out, if that makes sense, who that should be. I don't think there's any strong opinion there. But there is a definite, can we see obviously just these two people who are mirroring each other. And it's balanced. It's like this card could be folded in half, yeah, and it's like the exact same image both ways. I am going to pull one more about, you know, if you were to reach out, would this change anything? Would this make a difference? So, not particularly. Knight of Voices is just like new information coming in. This always, to me, in this deck as well, is, can you see how there is a happiness here? Okay, there is a sense of joy in this card. It's so bright and it's got all this yellow sunshine bursting out behind the clouds. So it does have an uplifting feeling, a positive feeling. So really it's just says to me that it would make him happy, kind of either way. Like, you know, if you were to connect to him, I feel like in the past as well, this has been confirmed actually, that it would be received well emotionally, at least, like it would make him happy. And there is an intention here for, you know, reconnection, and that he wants things to come back to some kind of balance with you, Janavi, here. It's obviously a risk though, you know, there's no denying, isn't it, that it's a risk for you to be the one to reach out. But we have to weigh up the options of if it's better to put the energy out there and see what comes back, and if that brings you clarity. But also there is the chance of not getting an immediate response, or, you know, how that would make you feel. Like, you could feel how it would make you feel if there was, because there could be, what I'm seeing is basically Akshay could be happy about receiving information. He does want this, he does want balance, and he does want to restore balance between you and him. But, you know, has he got the guts in a way to also step up and do the work or take the action, you know, to restore this balance? Janavi says, guides are saying it's a step-by-step process. I'm not expecting anything drastic or clarity now. Yeah. Right, okay. So you think you'd just be polite about it? Yeah. Exactly, step by step. But, you know, these are, look how positive these cards are in another way. We can't deny that. There's so much joy here. There's so much brightness and happiness. So his intentions are for things to be good again. I do think that is a genuine hope for him. Hope on his side and where he's at emotionally. So in a way, I suppose if it would do you good to reach out, you know, if you would feel like that would help for you, then go ahead and do it. So next, I hope that helped, Janavi. I hope that brought you some clarity. Danny, you are next on the list, my dear. Please post your question. You're welcome, Janavi. So far the list is working. I hope it's working for you guys, that the form is simple, etc. Danny asks, can I get a general message of what is coming up for me in love? Sure thing. So Divyansha, you are on the list. Thank you. Danny, this is for you. So this is a nice card, Danny. This is you getting what you want. Because what came up when I was shuffling the cards, Danny, as well, of like a question of what it is that you do want. And if there's some energy around this about getting clarity about what it is that you do want. Do you feel like you have a clear vision about what you want from a relationship, from someone? Because I got this just was, you know, through messages of what I was hearing when I was shuffling, and there was a kind of question mark over that. Because in love, the six of inspiration coming through to me says, this is a victory, okay? This is success, Danny. This is you getting what you want, and that being very achievable and that being possible. What could be a challenge in this situation for you, let me know if this resonates, is about how clear like your intentions are, or about feeling very grounded and clear about what it is that you want. because we have to think, if we're giving off mixed messages to the universe, because maybe it changes what you want from time to time, or maybe not getting clear or getting honest with yourself about what it is that you truly want, then this is giving, or self-doubt as well is a big thing that interferes with the message that we're sending out to the universe about what it is that we want. When we fall into self-doubt, or which is often when, if we're unclear, the root of that can often be self-doubt. You know, can I ever really have what I want? If past experiences have influenced which I'm sure they have influenced your point of view of where you find yourself now. And this is spirit coming through, I feel like, to say, you know, you, as a reminder to say, you know, you can actually have what you want. You can have success and be victorious still in this area. It's not about settling, or what you want is impossible or out of your grasp. So let me know if that resonated, Danny, for you. But yeah, it's ultimately positive, but it's also, there is a question about, so Danny says, I like that card design. It's nice, isn't it? I do want a relationship, yeah, but maybe not necessarily know what I want from the relationship exactly. So I would kind of meditate on that, Danny, and I would almost, if you manifest, or even if you don't, you know, if you can meditate on that to find out more about what it is that you want and what that would feel like. Doesn't even have to be how that would look practically, if that's too much, but what would it feel like? And then it can come through. It's about allowing it to come through if it's not conventional, or, you know, maybe it is very traditional, whatever it is for you, but let it ruminate and meditate and try to get that feeling and understanding of what it is that you want in a relationship, because it's definitely possible. That's what Spirit's saying. So next on the list we have, I'm glad that resonated for you, Danny. We have Elpedia, or Other Anne, as I know it to be. And then we have, I'm not sure who this is because I don't recognise the name, but Why Wishes You Peace after Elpedia. So we've got Elpedia, if you want to post your question. Thank you. And then we've got Why Wishes You Peace next. You can go ahead and post your question. So Elpedia asks, one card current energy from Maxwell to me, please. I hope he envisions our lives together in the future, such as marriage. Sure thing. So Elpedia, what is your current connection? Are you, just tell me a little bit more about the situation, context, just whatever you feel comfortable sharing with, but it can help. In contact. Okay, let's see what comes through. Think he's divorced. Okay. So this is like a new stages of a connection. Elpedia, is that right? Let's see Maxwell's feelings and intentions towards you. Interesting. This feels like this could be between you and him, or it can be about him and his kind of outlook or relationship to kind of love in a way, because four emotions is there is a block here, there is some kind of challenge. This person, so Maxwell, is closed off in some way. So you've known each other since last year, May 24. And what's been the journey since then? Because there's some kind of, this person, so Maxwell's energy is fixated on here on four emotions, is about fixating fixating on kind of what hasn't worked out. I always see this as like it's been like a bit of a Debbie Downer kind of energy when I see this four of emotions. It's someone who is a pessimist, but who fixates on kind of why a situation wouldn't work instead of looking at ways to make it work. What can be beneath this sometimes is that they are in a safe space. They're not, again, like if we looked at the Four of Pentacles came through earlier, afraid to kind of take a risk and put themselves out there. Because what they're not looking at, what they're kind of refusing to look at, is what I feel is that there is a connection. There is a connection here. There is emotions felt. And there is a fourth cup, as in there is a way forward of doing this. There is a kind of a new opportunity. This is a new opportunity that's been offered to them in a way that they are refusing to take. So let me know if this resonates to what's gone on between. I feel like there's more to the story maybe on why this hasn't progressed, Elpidia, okay? But they still feel closed off. So Elpidia says both of us have feelings each other, which is this here when we see two people who have got the words emotion here. But we haven't made it official yet. So I'm not sure whether he's divorced or not. So this closed offness is if he's in the process of divorce, okay, like his wife maybe, if he's still, if he's separated, but that hasn't ended yet. So this is probably what's getting him down and what is slowing this connection down. This fourth cup is yours and his connection, okay, being the new opportunity, the new way, a sort of a new opportunity, a new life, a new way forward. So he's caught up in, obviously, saying the divorce, about how maybe there's emotions as well, about how some sadness, understanding maybe about that hasn't worked out. But this is what's blocking this connection from moving forward, I think, from progressing. Yes, when you say if he knows I love him right now, I believe that yes, this is mirrored emotion here, which is you and him. If you see this two people here who, it's almost like this is the good feelings, this is the love between you both. But what is between you, can you see how it's blocking you, is this thing that's, it sounds like his divorce, his marriage, that is pulling him down, that is taking the rest of his emotional energy, his time, his energy, his mind. And it seems like a challenging, difficult situation. And at the minute, it's probably making him as well more unavailable to you than what you would like. It's stopping you from being able to move forward at the moment, okay? So this is current energies. Take peace, take harmony, and that take comfort even, that the connection is mirrored both ways. It is felt, but there's this whole situation going on which is needs to be resolved before we can go to the fourth cup. Yeah, it'd be good if he could share more about a sound LPD, share more about actually what's going on for him so that you could understand why is he acting this way. I don't know if you can broach that subject more. Maybe you have and he's just been stubborn and staying closed off. But if you can broach that more, you know, you have a right to, if you're in this connection with him, you have a right to dig deeper on this and try and find out more information of why are we stuck here, you know. I would try and broach that more, LPD, if you haven't already. I understand if you have, then that's all that you can do. Okay, so anyone joining the chat, thank you for being here. Please check out the pinned comment if you want a free card reading. If you would like a more in-depth and reading and a Q jump, the link is also in the pinned comment. So I offer 3, 5 or 7 card readings. Alpedia says, I don't know, I just allow him to open up on his right timing. Okay, that's up to you, Alpedia, if that feels right. I hope he knows you'll always be there for him. I feel like you don't need to worry about that. I think that he knows that you are there, and this sadness and disappointment that he's feeling is not in connection to you. TBA, you are. Thank you for your patience. So we have why wishes you peace next. I'm not sure, I don't recognize that name, but please post your question if you are here. And then we have Tiabia, then we have Divyansha, and then we have Janavi. So anyone, Natasha, if you would like to be added to the list, please find the link in the pinned comment. Janavi says, Seer, I see subscribers increasing and decreasing from few weeks. Yes, not sure if people subscribe only to ask questions and then unsubscribe. I agree, yeah. Just suggesting a subscriber only chat. Maybe, Janavi, yes. Would that stop new people from joining though? I don't know how that would work. Tell me more about that though, because I know you're tech person. Maybe that, do you subscribe and then you can enter the chat? Maybe I should do that. Tell me more about that, Janavi. I'd be interested. So I don't think why wishes you peace is here. So Tibia, please go for it. Go post your question. But I agree, Janavi, that people are just subscribing to be able to ask a question and then unsubscribing. So Tibia asks, what are the feeling actions of Jay the Leo towards me? We broke contact Friday. So we broke contact. Does that mean that we broke contact Friday when he assisted me with an emergency, then had a tower moment the next day? Don't know what to think. Oh dear. Tell me more, Tia, if you can. So when you say you broke contact, as in you broke no contact, I'm assuming came back into contact on the Friday when he helped you. And then did you have some kind of blow up in the next day? Let's just see what his feelings or actions are anyway. I can go on that. Hey Kelsey, just check out the new system in the pinned comment if you'd like a free reading. Janavi says, I've seen in other lives, new subscribers can text after 5 minutes of subscribing. Awesome. Okay, I will try that next time then, Janavi. Thank you. Okay, Tia, this is for you. What are the feelings and actions of Jay the Leo towards me? Whoa, jumping out there. The Death card. So what's happening when we see the Death card? Okay, so it's a major arcana, Tia, which tells me that there is a significant shift that is happening. Okay, so it's really, when we see the Death card, I mean, I know people can kind of freak out when we see this, but really what it is, it's a card of transformation. And what it is, it's a death of the old way of connecting, the old way of being. And we can see this, but it's a moth in this card, okay, that is breaking free of this chrysalis. So the transformation is happening, the transformation is underway. This Tower moment. So Tia says, we hadn't spoken in weeks before that, after we had a convo on how to move forward, yeah, in our connection, I remember. The next day I ran into him on a date. Oh, I guess it's over. Well, it's up to you on that, Tia, if you, in the sense of, we remember we saw this night energy, didn't we, of that it would be in out, and that there's obviously very much like a player energy going on here. So this for you obviously may mean, when we see death, that if this, seeing him on another day, understandably would be a moment for you of potentially of closure, of it being over, because he has that the Knight of Wands energy, which we've seen of him having that immaturity, having that in-out energy. Do you feel like seeing that, how did that make you feel, Tia, with seeing him on a date? Do you feel like that's brought you some closure, or obviously it would be very painful? Do you feel like that made you feel this death moment, that you're done? Tell me more about Jay the Leo. How does he see things, feel about things? Oh, another major arcana, the Lovers. Such mixed messages from him. I'm just confused, yeah, what changed from all our previous readings with the Four of Wands. I don't know what to feel. Because then we've got the Lovers card, which is, this was his energy, so has come through with this again, which, what I think the message is to, there are, what I would take from this, Tia, and from this Lovers energy coming through, is that there are feelings here, and that he does have strong emotions for you, which is what we've seen in the past. And there are deep feelings here, I would say, as well, from what we've seen. And maybe that's what you've felt when you've been together, okay? You've felt that powerful connection, which is why it's had such a powerful effect on you as well. And we've seen lots of cards that indicate that, such as the Four of Wands, such as the Ten of Emotions, which is about emotional fulfillment. It's about this kind of desire for long-term commitment. So I don't want, it's almost like that two things can be happening here at once, that is a possibility, okay, that is true, and that's not a lie or false or etc., any of those things. But we've also seen with Jay the Leo, and obviously with his actions of how he's presenting to you now and what you're still dealing with, is this Knight of Wands energy, which is that in out, not being able to really take on what these feelings mean and kind of back them up with actions. And he's causing a lot of hurt by doing that to you, okay? And that's still what's being presented to you. So I know that we've seen in the past as well that about needing to protect your emotional health. I suppose what I'm trying to say is that even though he is showing up as a Knight of Wands in this in-out energy and not committing to you, it doesn't mean that his feelings aren't there, that he does have deep emotions for you. But this isn't good for you because it causes hurt, causes pain, if someone isn't going to be able to back up all that emotion with a commitment and with something practical. Because there's a lot more to a relationship than just emotions and just feelings. Has he communicated at all since since I know that you had the emergency? Got two major arcanas here though, so it's just undeniable that this is like a big deal, really. There's big energies around this connection. It doesn't feel simple. It doesn't feel straightforward. It never has. There has been lots of mixed messages from him and throughout. I feel like this could be a death moment for you, with seeing him obviously on another date. And this could change things for how you feel in the long term. There is a transformation that what you're going through in this connection. But I don't want you to as well like devalue that, think that he doesn't have any feelings for you, because I have seen consistently that they are there. But he's also too immature, not ready, not able to back it up at the moment, is what I'm seeing. The Lovers card, I heard someone say just about the Lovers card that this is also a second message just for you, which I'll end on, Tia Bia, which is like, it's also a choice for you. It's kind of a bit of a crossroads moment here after having that Tower moment. And the Lovers card represents a pathway. Obviously the Lovers to me represents as well its traditional form about a strong connection and a soulmate connection. But on another level, on an individual level, the Lovers card represents a crossroads and a decision. And someone described it as that one road is the path of wisdom and the other road is the path of passion. And to make a decision, I feel like that's where you're at now. So let me know if that resonated for you, and I'll end on that note there. I'll never tell people what to do in a connection. I feel like we've all been there in a connection similar to this. Sometimes trying to fight it is hopeless. Sometimes fighting it can feel like the right thing to do, and you just have to decide what to do in that moment, trusting your own intuition. Okay, so I'm glad that resonates to you. I'm sorry that you are having to go through that. So next we have Divyansha, my dear, if you want to post your question. So guys, anyone who so why travel lover, if you would like a free reading, just check. Oh no, you are on the list, sorry. So just wait to be called for your question. All the best here. So we have Divyansha next, then we have Janavi, and then we have Eco 7. So Divyansha asks, what's coming towards me in love? Single at the moment. Good morning, Clean Music. We just have a new system, so if you just want to check out the pinned comment. And Travel Lover, I do see your post, so you're on the list. Just wait to be called. So just wait for it to be called and hold your question until then. So Divyansha asks, what is coming towards me in love? Muse of Voices, okay. I need to know if this is someone or if this is what you need to embody. Spirit, tell me more about this. Yeah, so this is someone coming towards you. So next, it's brought a person through, Divyansha. The Muse of Voices is someone who is, so if you think in the traditional deck, this is the King of Swords. Someone who is very direct, someone who can be an air sign, so it's someone who is ruled really by their head more than their heart. Some very straight to the point. They are committed to their truth, so they can be quite brutal sometimes, even in communication, because they are so committed to kind of telling it like how it is. They don't, have any what's the word, like no fluff, no kind of no small talk. In a way, it's just straight to the point. They committed to their truth, and yeah, just a very no nonsense kind of person. There's someone who's got their life together though as well. They could be very career orientated. They've already made significant milestones, made significant process in this area. This is the type of energy that someone is bringing in with this, which is good. It's someone who you could really, they're coming in with something to offer, yeah, that they understand who they are, because we were at muse level. So this is someone who knows themselves, and this is who I am, this is kind of what I have to offer, this is what I want. It's that kind of energy, okay? And then this Knight of Emotions was just confirming really this offering of love that this person will be bringing in for you. So a Knight of Emotions is very straightforward, is an offering of love coming towards you, coming through. Take what resonates with. If this Muse of Voices, you may recognize it if someone in your energy field, or if not, if those characteristics don't sound familiar to you with someone, then that means that it's someone new coming through. timeline wise, when I'm looking to what's coming next, I do 3 to 6 month timelines. Okay, so I hope that resonated for you. Hey Sanice, to be added to the list, just check out the pinned comment. So Janavi, you are next, my dear, and then we have Eco7, and then we have Kelsey Wells, just so we know where we're at. Janavi, if you want to go ahead and post your question. Love Oracle cards, sure thing. I am thinking of, let me guys know what you would think. I'm thinking of doing like a love reading just special as well. One day, one reading soon. And I'm going to combine, let me know what tarot deck that you would prefer, so what you would like for a love reading special. I might post this in the community chat as well. And a combination of love oracle cards and tarot, and just purely focus on love questions only. I thought that might be quite nice. I'm going to close the list soon. I think I'll close the list now. So hold on one moment, Janavi. I'm just going to... So obviously I will read for everyone who has been added to the list, but I am going to close it now. There we go. Right, messages from Akshay for Janavi, please. Yes, our Peter, you are the last one. Just made it, last one on the list. Right, messages from, I'm going to take that, from Akshay to Janavi. What would they say? Ooh, look at that. But this is the one that jumped out, Janavi. How spot on is that? Wow. I'm afraid to contact you. I love you unconditionally. That's that soul family love that you talk about, Janavi. That is mutual, yeah. I totally understand that feeling when you you can't just cut someone off. And there are ones, if you have done that in your life where you've cut people off, yeah, and you've done that before and you know that you can. So it is a choice, and sometimes it just doesn't feel right, yeah, to do that. And forgiveness feels more like the right path. I look for you everywhere. So there's a lot of feeling here, there's a lot of love here. And they're afraid to contact you. I mean, we didn't see that from the tarot. I suppose we did see that with the Knight of Swords, that you coming through would make him happy and that he does want balance. But these cards are good at going straight to the point. Yes, exactly. These Love Oracle cards travel at jet speed. That's exactly what I was trying to convey, yeah. They are good for that. Okay, well, I will leave that with you. That kind of fills the gap that we were maybe missing, that piece, that missing jigsaw there, Janavi, of that situation, doesn't it? Interesting. Let me know if that offered you some clarity, Janavi. I imagine it was. It was definitely clarity there. You're welcome, Janavi. So, Eco7 asks, may I ask the divine about our household situation? Would we move the house in the near future? So I don't do yes, no questions. I can look at the energy surrounding Eco7 if you want a move. Is that what you mean when about your household situation? Will we be moving? I think that's what... I can have a look at the energy surrounding a house move, okay? Is it moving fast? Is it stagnant? Is there any blocks? Let's see. Spirit, please bring information through regarding house move for Eco7. What's the energy surrounding a house move? Guidance. More time to think on this, I would say, Eco, okay? Because Four of Voices is about... It's a card of stillness more than action, for sure. Voices is about thinking over this. Can you see this person is obviously kind of taking a moment in this bath? It's like a card of rest and relaxation, really. And creating a vision, so being strategic, still being at those stages, Eco7, I would say, of really thinking this through, of making sure that this is right, like almost still at that point where we're building and creating the vision. So what would a move, what would the new house be like? What would the ideal manifestation can come into this if you do practice it? Can you see this is someone who is manifesting and holding a vision of their ideal situation? But the energy behind it very much is about, I feel like, taking your time. Maybe there's still something needs to settle in the household before any more change is brought in. There needs to be some regrouping, some kind of rest and recuperation to get this right. So that's what I would say. I would kind of hang fire for now. I don't know, obviously, Eco7, what stages yet you are at with this. But Four of Voices is, yeah, like I say, it's a card of stillness and still just imagining, creating the vision at that stage. We're not really ready for action. So I hope that resonated. Okay, so next up we have Kelsey Wells. If you want to post your question. Naresh, I'm afraid the list is closed for today. Please do catch me on Wednesday though. So we have Kelsey Wells, and then we have Love Z. Eco7 says, it resonates, good to know. Thank you. You're very welcome, Eco. Hey, Kelsey, pop your question in the chat. And Love Z, if you want to go ahead and post your question as well, please, if you're still here. And then we have Travel Lover as well, who's next. So Kelsey Wells, thank you, posted your question. Love Z, if you're here, and Travel Lover, thank you. So Kelsey asks, when will I secure a job in sales? So I don't do timeline questions, Kelsey. Let's see how I can read this for you though. I graduate from university this June, but I feel so unsure about not securing anything. Okay. So obviously too soon. Am I right, Kelsey, to apply for things now? Do you have to wait till obviously you're nearer ending your course? Let's see the energy around the job in sales. Like, let's have a look at the energy around it. I know you're feeling like it will be, you've got uncertainty around that. Let's see the guidance for this, okay? How to go about it, what's coming through. Clean music, yes, you're on the list, my love. So Kelsey, let's see around this sales job. What's the energy? What's the guidance, Spirit? The Ace of Emotions is a new opportunity. So this is a new start that you would be hoping for. Emotions is about new experiences, new feelings. Kelsey says, yeah, I do have to wait to apply because sales jobs hire immediately, sure. And I'll have to wait for May, June for when they hire for July. This is confirmation of a new opportunity that would come through. As I think that you'll imagine and expect that with this kind of new job, I feel like it's going to be a deep dive of new experiences for you, Kelsey. Okay, it's going to be like being sort of picked up and dropped in this entirely new situation. I actually see and feel that it will come sooner than you would even expect. Like it's going to actually happen quite fast. Just with it being an ace, this is new feelings, new experiences. This is going to be a deep dive. You're going to feel like that you're like the expression, not in a negative way, but kind of thrown in the deep end. And it's going to be more, if anything, that would be the challenge, Kelsey, rather than you waiting around for something to, you know, waiting, sort of having a period of stagnation, worrying if you're going to get a job, if anything is going to come in through. I feel like it would, this is going to happen quick. Okay, so I would say more the energy is about like be ready, you know. So I'm obviously you'll start applying as soon as you can, and then you'll be on your way, Kelsey. So I would take peace in that and just be prepared for things to move fast when it does happen, and this new experience coming towards you. I feel like you're ready for it though. I feel like you'll be more than ready for it when it does happen. Okay, so Travel Lover, Love Z, yeah, doesn't seem to be here, so I'm going to skip Love Z because I've done a few calls for them. Travel Lover, Thanks, Janavi, for moderating and keeping everyone up to date. Kristen, yeah, the list is closed for today, but I am back on Wednesday. So Travel Lover asks, please, what can you tell me about energies around reconciliation with Steve? No problem, Kelsey, yeah, keep us posted. Let's have a look at the energies surrounding Steve. Three of Emotions. Just confirm if you're in, I mean, this can be current energies or new energies coming through, because this is like a light-hearted kind of energy. I would say there would be some kind of reconnection happening, but it feels on a almost like just reconnecting in a friend's way, at least initially. Socializing together, maybe just doing some meeting each other through if you have mutual friends. That's the first thing that came to mind, was that there would be a reconciliation, but it wouldn't be sort of going in the deep end straight away. If this has been like a strong connection in the past, there's almost a tentative reconnection with this Three of Emotions, that maybe you'll just have a bit of conversation here and there, almost building up, like if you've been in complete no contact, just getting to know each other once again, okay? Reconnecting, like I say, in a kind of social way, in a light-hearted way, having a chat, getting to know each other once again, and building some kind of friendship base here, which then could obviously develop into more. We have got the Hanged Muse here, which I think talks about the challenges in this connection. The Hanged Muse is about there's a sense of being stuck with this energy in this card, and what can change it and what can shift it with the Hanged Muse is that there needs to be a different way of looking at this connection, this relationship, a different way of doing things than what's happened in the past, is what I'm seeing. There needs to be a new perspective that is found and a new outlook. So in order for you to progress or to move, I do see, like I say, you reconnecting, getting to know each other again in some ways. And this is an opportunity as well to do things differently. So if you want to be together long term, if you want this connection to last, there needs to be a perspective shift. It can't be just about going back to what was once, of how things were. Essentially, you'll just be going round that same circle. Things need to shift and change significantly, I feel like, in order for things to improve and for this to go from the Three of Emotions to something, a deeper commitment. So I hope that resonated. Hey Ivo, I hope you're well. Thank you for dropping in. Okay guys, so last people on the list, the last three, we have Clean Music Lover. Thanks for your patience. If you please want to post your question in the chat. Then we have Sanice, and then we have our Peter. Oh, thank you, Janavi. 4 more subscribers to reach 400. Woo! Imagine the day when we hit 1,000, Janavi. I have all you guys who have been here from the beginning to thank, and obviously everyone thereafter. And I'm definitely going to look into that new subscriber only chat. I think that's a very wise idea. I'm glad that resonated, Travel Lover. 400 feels like a milestone. 500, another one. halfway to 1,000 then. So last shout out, guys, please post your questions if you want a reading. I will be ending soon. So Clean Music Lover, hey Karen. So Clean Music Lover asks, I'm a veteran. Wow, okay, and I filed a disability claim for PTSD with MST. Is there any let's have a look at the energy surrounding it. I've been waiting for a while to get a rating. It has been deferred. Okay. Let's have a look, Clean Music. Queen of Emotions. There's some, understandably, like, I feel like there's some, I'm going to pull another card for more clarity, but deep feelings around this when we see Queen of Emotions. Okay, this is like a big deal, and it can be quite an emotional roller coaster. Maybe it's been an emotional roller coaster, this process. And the way to sort of manage this and handle it is, because the Queen of Emotions is someone who it's when something is getting you in your feels, is big emotions coming through, and about finding about understanding a way to process these feelings. The Queen of Emotions, so she doesn't try to obviously bury these feelings or suppress these emotions, which sometimes can be a knee-jerk reaction for all of us to do that. But the Queen of Emotions is able to feel the feelings and process those emotions. Okay, tell me more though about the process and the outcome of this. I'm sorry to hear, Clean Music, about what you must have obviously gone through with that trauma. I think Ivo must have misunderstood. I think Ivo must have misunderstood what's been said there in the chat. Hopefully. Spirit, tell me more about the outcome though. That's what we want to know. Okay. This feels positive with the Ace of Inspiration, because Ace is about new information coming through, fresh starts, and inspiration is about movement and action as well. I do get that there could be follow-up steps. As in that it's not, correct me if I'm wrong with this, but the process was that it's like the green light of the kind of getting the green light of through to the next section, and then there can be more kind of challenges yet, but I feel like that it's moving in the right direction. the Ace of Inspiration is about fresh starts, new beginnings, positive action, positive movement. And I feel like all this information that's kind of coming through to you in this process, clean music, is about kind of giving you, like, one thing leads to another. It's like a thread of, okay, so information comes through, and then it's like, okay, this informs my next steps as well. Okay, so it might not be a silver bullet of kind of that this happens and then it's over. There could be some more challenges to kind of overcome, but I see things positively moving in the right direction. And like I say, with it being inspiration, this in the traditional deck is wands, so it's about fire and positive action. And with it being an ace, the new beginnings, the challenge for you obviously in all of this as well is being able to be this kind of queen of emotions, which I imagine this is very emotional process. Maybe having to, I don't know if you have to go over things and that kind of makes you relive certain emotions and all that stuff about it churning up the emotional side of things for you, and you having to find a way to process things, which is a never-ending kind of thing for us all really, but particularly in intense and emotional situations like this. But this Ace of Inspiration is certainly a positive. Look how bright this is. Good energy coming through here. So I hope that offered you some comfort, some guidance, some indication of what to expect. Positive movement and progress is what I'm hearing in will come through to you. But there may be more steps to follow. Right guys, I'm just going to keep it moving. Oh wow, Ivo, I didn't know that. So clean music, let me know if that resonated. I hope it did. You're welcome. And thanks Ivo for confirming. That makes sense. So we have some vets here, which is great. I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm sorry to hear what you're going through though, clean music. Sending love and light, love and light. So we have Sanice and our Peter. Last two guys. So Vishal, the list is closed for today. I'll be back on Wednesday. Please join us then. So please post your questions, guys. Thank you, Karen. List is indeed closed. Right, I'm going to keep shuffling. So Sanice is next. Please post your question. And our Peter, please post your question. I will have to end the live soon. So if you can please post quickly. Thank you, Sanice. So, Sanice asks, what is coming towards me in love? Oh, we had this earlier before. This is Six of Inspiration, so success, victory, Denise. This is about you really getting what you want in love. This being possible, not to lose faith with that, to hold that vision, to keep pushing for that. We have the Five of Voices here as well, which I am drawn to at the bottom of the deck, which is about some kind of conflict. So this could be conflict with another person, or it could be inner conflict. So take what resonates with that. This could be some, I mean, it can talk about like arguments with other people, or it can be about having trouble again, about getting clear. It's interesting, this is what came up in the earlier in today's reading, about getting clear about what it is that you really want from someone, from a relationship, and maybe taking some time to get very clear about that, so that the vibration essentially that you're emitting into the universe is strong and is clear. And something is maybe muddying the waters. It could be that you want a particular person, and or there's or it's, and that maybe you're not being honest with yourself, that you still have feelings for someone in the past, and then this is kind of, and you haven't got quite closure on that, and there's mixed signals there. That's just one example. Or it could be that you just need to think more about, in a manifesting kind of sense, about what having this relationship would feel like. How would it change your life? What is it about it that you want? Not settling as well, that's another example. Not feeling like you having to compromise what it is that you desire. It's about holding that highest ideal still, and that this is possible. Victory and success in this area of your life is still very much out there and doable. So if there's self-doubt, that could also be a big part of this Five of Voices. It's about somehow centering these voices inside of us that are sending out a mixed message, I think, to the universe, and somehow blocking this coming towards you. Look at what this inner conflict is. Try to align yourself with spirit. Align yourself with what your desire, and this is going to help bring it to you. Okay, it's going to help it bring it to you faster, easier, in its purest form. That would be the advice. So I hope that resonated, Denise. And our Peter asks, sorry if you did post, our Peter, I missed that. Love reading for our Peter. So this is my last reading, guys. Yeah, I will be back on Wednesday. Janavi says Seer subs is 398 now. Oh, so close. Hopefully it doesn't go down exactly. So our Peter, this is a love message for you. Ooh, here is a Knight of Inspiration on their way to you. Could be a fire sign, or they certainly bring this kind of energy. Our Peter, so you may know this person, they may be in your energy field. I'll run through their characteristics, see if this is someone who doesn't hold back. Okay, this is someone, can you see how obviously they're charging in? There's a strong attraction here and magnetism. Whenever we see inspiration, this is ruled by the element of fire. So there's passion here. There is a strong physical attraction. It's about our heart's desires. So it's a connection that is heart-led. It's not head-led. One second, my cat. sorry, cat knocking on the door there. So we let's get back to this. So Knight of Inspiration, like I say, is someone who, so there's a lot of magnetism here and a strong pull, and it's that there could be I feel like there will be a strong physical attraction. This is a big part of this connection. So it's very much definitely a passion connection. This may resonate with someone that is already energetically in your field, and that this will develop and move forward. Or if it doesn't, if this doesn't connect to anyone, then this is someone new coming through our Peter, okay? So be ready. I would say be ready for that, because this person will come through and they'll be very direct in their communication as well. They won't hold back. If anything, I would say that, you know, don't let them rush you. So it's a heart-led, you know, it's a passion connection. It's not a head over heart person. This is someone who follows their passions and is impulsive. And they come charging through and with a declaration of wanting to be with you, essentially. And like I say, if anything with this person, it's about not being overwhelmed by them, about not moving too fast, and about more like setting boundaries, and also, you know, being able to take your time with this, if anything. Because this person can have a tendency to just get carried away and want everything to happen now. So just be ready for that when it does come. So guys, thank you so much for being here, for supporting the channel. Thanks for all your questions and for working with the new system, and Janavi and Karen for moderating. I really appreciate it. But I hope you all like the new system and it worked for you. And I will be back live on Wednesday, so just watch out and I will confirm the time. But yeah, thank you all for being here, and love and light for the rest of the day, evening, wherever you are. And I will catch you on Wednesday. Take care, guys.